Hi students, today we will study the extent, the physiographical features of India and the Indian subcontinent and also the climate and related issues. India is the seventh largest country in the world and it is second most populous country in the world after China. It is said that India is very soon going to surpass China in terms of population, and it has diverse physical features and stark climatic contrasts and a variety of vegetation types. India is at the head of the Indian Ocean, and the only ocean which has been named after a country is the Indian Ocean. And mainland India is a large peninsula bound by the seas on three sides: the Arabian Sea in the west, the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. The position is very strategic and facilitates trade with both eastern and western countries. The major island groups of India are the Lakshadweep and the Andaman Nicobar Islands. The latitudinal extent and longitudinal extent of India are 8 degree 4 minutes north to 37 degree 6 minutes north latitude, and 68 degree 7 minutes east to 97 degree 25 minutes east longitude. It entirely lies in the northern and the eastern hemispheres. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country. North to south, the Indian mainland extends from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and a distance of about 3,200 km west to east. The southernmost tip of the Indian mainland is Kanyakumari, and when considered for the whole country, the southernmost tip is the Indira Point, which is in the Andaman Nicobar Island. The local time changes by 4 minutes for every 1 degree difference in the longitude, and the time difference between the easternmost and the westernmost point of the country, I mean between Arunachal and Gujarat, is 2 hours. Neighboring countries of India are in northwest Pakistan and Afghanistan, in North China, Nepal and Bhutan, East Bangladesh and Myanmar, South Sri Lanka and Maldives. India is divided into 29 states and 7 union territories for administrative purposes. The physical divisions of India are the northern mountains, the northern plains, peninsular plateau, Thar desert, coastal plains and island. The northern mountains are along the entire northern boundary of India lies an arc-shaped chain of mountains stretching between the Pamir Knot in the northwest and the frontiers of Myanmar in the east. This mountain chain covers a distance of 3,000 km. The Himalayas lie in the Indus River in the west and the Brahmaputra River in the east. The outer Himalayas, I mean the Shivaliks, they are of average height 6,000 meters. The greater Himalayas have some of the highest peaks in the world. The Mount Everest uh, peak has a height of 8,848 meter. Lhotse, Makalu, Annapurna and Dhaulagiri are in Nepal, while Kanchenjunga, Nanga Parvat and Nanda Devi, Trishul and Kamet are in India. The glaciers in the Himadri are the source of many rivers. The important ones are Gangotri and Yamunotri. The northern plains of India are most recent landforms. These plains comprise of enormous features. The northern plain is the largest plain, covering many rivers that are running from Himalayan mountains. The plain has various spectacular features Let us read about the future of the plains one by one. The alluvial deposits. The northern plains are mainly formed by alluvial deposits. The northern plain has been formed by the interplay of three major river systems. They are the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra, along with the tributaries. This plain is completely formed of alluvial soil. The deposition of alluvium is a vast basin lying at the foot hills of the Himalayas. Over a million of years formed this fertile plain. The area is spread around 7 lakh square kilometer. The plain is about 2400 kilometer lengthwise and 240 to 320 kilometer breadthwise. It is a densely populated physiographic division. As per the survey, this population may be around 400 million. With a rich soil cover, equipped with an adequate water supply and favorable climate, it is agriculturally a productive part. The division of the plain. The northern plain is mainly divided into three sections. The western part of the northern plain is referred to as the Punjab plains, and it is formed by the Indus and its tributaries. The Indus and its tributaries are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Byas, and Satluj, all originate in the Himalayas. The Ganga plain broadly extends between Ghaggar and Tista rivers. The plain spread over the northern states of Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and partly Jharkhand. The Ganga plains also extend towards Bengal towards the eastern region. Further towards the east, in Assam lies the Brahmaputra basin. The northern plains are called the flat land with no variations in its reliefs. However, this is not completely true. According to the variations in relief features, the northern plains can be categorized in four segments. The rivers, the southern part of the belt, the Bhangar, which is the largest part of the northern plain, and it is composed of old alluvial soil and deposited before the river changed its course. It lies above the floodplain and resembles a terrace, the Khadar. This floodplain is formed by younger alluvium called Khadar, and the soil of this region is renewed every year and it is highly fertile. And from the west to the east, it stretches about 2500 kilometers. The plain comprises of three sections: the Indus plain, the Ganga plain, and the Brahmaputra plain. The peninsular plateau is the tableland composed of old crystalline, igneous, and metamorphic rocks. It was formed due to the breaking of the and drifting of the Gondwana land, and thus making a part of the oldest landmass. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. This plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. The part of the peninsular plateau lying to the north of the Narmada River, covering a major area of the Malwa Plateau, is known as the Central Highlands. The Deccan Plateau is higher in the west and slopes gently eastwards. An extension of the plateau is also visible in the northeast, called as Meghalaya, Karbi Anglong, and North Kachar Hills. It is separated by a fault from the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Mahendragiri is the highest peak in Eastern Ghats, and Chevroy Hills and Javadi Hills are located to the southeast of the Eastern Ghats. The Indian desert lies towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills, and it is an undulating sandy plain covered with sand dunes. The Lakshadweep Islands group lies close to the Malabar coast of Kerala. This, this group of islands is composed of small coral islands. They are bigger in size and are more numerous and scattered. The entire group of islands is divided into two broad categories, the Andaman in the north and the Nicobar in the south. It is believed that these islands are an elevated portion of the submarine mountains. These islands groups are of great strategic importance for the country. Lakshadweep. The Lakshadweep Islands are located in the Arabian Sea. The island is located off coast of the Kerala state. Uh, After Sikkim, Lakshadweep is the next smallest populated place in India. Lakshadweep is India's smallest union territory, and our country consists of 28 states and 8 union territories. The union territory is not an independent unit, but it is run by the administrators appointed by the President of India. The Kavaratti is the capital of the Union Territory Lakshadweep in India. The Lakshadweep is an archipelago of 36 islands scattered over approximately 78,000 square kilometers of Arabian Sea. The population of this island is about 65,000. The climate is about the average weather conditions which has been measured by many years, and the climate of a place is affected by its location, altitude. By altitude I mean height from the mean level, distance from the sea. Relief seasons in India, there are four major seasons in India, and the types of vegetation in India are the tropical rainforests, the tropical deciduous forests. The tropical deciduous forests are found in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and parts of Maharashtra. These vegetations have their leaves shaped in the form of spines, which helps to reduce the loss of water. For example, cactus, kher, babul, and kikar. Between the heights of 1500 meters and 2500 meters, most of the trees that are found conical in shape. The tiger is the national animal of India and is found in various parts of the country. Peacock is the national bird, and some common birds that are found in India are parrots, pigeons, manna, geese, and bulbul. There are also several hundreds of species of snakes that are found in India. Cobras and karats are important among them. The humans can be used as a resource. The human beings engaged in useful activities are called human resources. The human resources include the population as well as the physical and the mental abilities of the people, like health, education, and skill. The nation should ensure proper provision of nutritious food, healthcare facilities, and basic education to all people. They should be provided with adequate training to improvise their app technology and increase production and adequate employment opportunities. The resource is developed by human effort and increased by the application of human knowledge and skill. Asia is the most populous continent in the world, and India is the second most populated country in the continent. The total population of India is estimated to be 1.33 billion, which is constituted about 17.8 of the world's population. Almost half of the India's population lives in five states, which are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, and Madhya Pradesh. The uneven distribution of population can be better understood by the population density. Population density is the number of people living in a unit area. According to the 2011 census, the population density of India is 382 persons per square kilometer. Bihar is the most densely populated state with a density of 1102 per square kilometer, while a density of only 17 per square kilometer of Arunachal Pradesh is there. Health and education plays a very important role in developing human resource. Education provides knowledge to people and equips them with various skills, prepares them for the job market, and helps in their mental and spiritual development also. Skilled and unskilled human resource. The skilled human resource refers to people who have specialized training and special skill set to perform a task. They may have different levels of education or training, but they have a thorough knowledge of their job and are capable of working independently. In impact of skilled human resource and on the socio-economic development of the country. There is a direct relationship between skilled human resource and socio-economic development of a country. As a part of Skill India, some of the programs which are launched are National Skill Development Mission, National Policy for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. If you have any questions or queries, you can ask in the comment box. Thanks for your time.